Hello everybody, this is Al Johnson. Welcome back to the Al Johnson Show. And today, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 10 favorite moments and scenes involving the Guardians of the Galaxy in honor of Volume 3 coming out tomorrow. And folks, if you still want to be a part of this journey or you want to continue to jump on board the Al Johnson Show and you want to be along for the ride, be sure to do the following. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell whenever new videos are released. So let's begin. So yeah, folks, we are basically less than 24 hours away from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 hitting theaters. And in honor of this occasion, I thought to myself, man, it's going to be a little bit less fun without this version of the Guardians of the Galaxy in our lifetime. So I figured, as a way to commemorate the release of the movie coming tomorrow, I want to go down and talk about my 10 favorite moments and scenes of the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe before we get to Volume 3. And also, full disclosure, to me, I know this was just released as a clip, but for me, my only honorable mentions of the Guardian scenes come from Volume 3, but it's not in its full context. They're only clips, but they're already some of my favorites. One involving Peter Quill dropping the F-bomb, basically confirming the first ever full-out MCU F-bomb, which is still shocking. And my other honorable mention is the backstory with Rocket and him meeting his other friends that were experiments. Let's just say it's quite heartbreaking, but let me move on before any tears come up. So folks, these are my 10 favorite scenes or moments of the Guardians of the Galaxy in no particular order. So, starting at number 10 for me would have to be, number 10 would have to be from the holiday special and the montage of Drax and Mantis at this bar getting drunk. That was one of the. It was really one of the funniest things ever. Like Drax and Mantis getting drunk and just dancing the night away in this bar, all while trying to find Kevin Bacon. And I don't know why. It's just so hilarious seeing Palm Clement. I can't pronounce her last name. Palm Klementieff. There you go. Palm Klementieff. Just the way she kind of burst out in a scene, in a sequence rather. And Dave Bautista. What can you say about Dave Bautista? That's number 10. Number 9. Would be from Infinity War, and the whole thing with, speaking of Drax, the whole I've mastered the art of being invisible. Now, the great thing about that moment was after this beautiful scene with Gamora and Peter Quill, where Gamora made Peter Quill promise to kill her if Thanos gets her, because he knows that she knows where the Soul Stone is. And then after they finally share a kiss, which was beautiful, then you have Drax somewhere, I guess, in the corner or whatnot, just eating something. It's like, hey, Drax, how long have you been there? 5 minutes. It's like, man, how are you there? And it's like, simple. I've mastered the art of being invisible to the trained eye. And it's like, dude, I can see you, but I'm moving so slow that you can't recognize me. It's like, oh, come on. Ain't nobody's going to fall for that. People will see you. And it walked Mantis. Hi, Drax. Darn it, I got caught. That is so funny. That was so hilarious to me. So that's number 9. Number 8 is from Guardians Volume 2, and where Gamora and Peter Quill have their argument about ego, and the whole thing where Peter Quill saying how their relationship was like Sam and Dina from Cheers. Talking about, oh, this Will They Won't They thing is like from Cheers, and it gets people interested, and if they want together or blah 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 blah, it gets 0 ratings. And it's like, I don't understand Cheers, which is funny. And then this is how cool James Gunn is with his storytelling. He hits us with a funny, and then immediately hits us in the heart with the I don't understand Cheers. And then Peter Quill, why are you so act so distant? I finally found my family. And Gamora is like, I thought you already had your family, and then leaves. That was heartbreaking. But I just loved not only how funny it was, but how emotional it immediately got. So that's number 8. I love that moment. Number 7, again from Volume 2, would be the fight between Gamora and Nebula. Just them trying to kill each other, and then just hitting each other with like cannons and lasers and ships. Because this is a very dysfunctional family relationship between them, where both of them are basically adopted daughters of Thanos. And after all of that, and they're fighting, and then finally, and Gamora's like, why do you keep trying to kill me? It's like, you don't understand. This was all it for me. There's nothing else. And it's like, are you crazy? This is not what it is. This is not what I even want. It's like you always have to win. We may always have to win. It's not true. That isn't the case. You always wanted to win, and I just wanted a sister. Side note, Nebula is one of the most underappreciated characters, not just in the Guardians, but in the MCU. Her backstory. Man, you always wanted to win. I wanted a sister. And then cherry on top of that, at the end, where after Yondu's funeral, Nebula goes off with a plan to kill Thanos, and then Gamora hugs her like, I will always love you, my sister. And Nebula slowly hugging her back. To me, that was like the first, I guess you say, the first cracks of like that wall that is Nebula coming down. So that's number 7. Number 6 from Guardians 1. And honestly, this was such an underrated moment that I don't think people realize. Number 6 was Rocket's breakdown, and after he and Drax and I think Groot got into this fight, I guess it was over some like poker or whatnot, and then you have Rocket explaining himself to, well, I didn't ask to be this way. I didn't ask to be experimented on and poked at over and over and turned into some monster. And Peter Quill, earlier, he saw the things on Rocket and noticed, oh, he must be something. And what I liked about Peter Quill in that moment is he could have been like, oh, come on, I can't be that and that. But then he was like, oh, but Rocket, nobody called you a monster. Rocket's like, he called me vermin. She called me this and that. And you see what Rocket is, like what he's struggling with. Hence why watching the first movie onward, when it comes to Guardians, it's important for Rocket's backstory. That was a beautiful, sad moment. That's number 6. Number 5, going back to the holiday special. Number 5, Mantis telling Peter Quill she's his half sister. Now, admittedly, even though it was given to us during her conversation with Drax, and kind of like, okay, that's a bit odd. Even though it was a bit odd for that to happen, it was still beautiful when Mantis told Peter Quill the secret. And the whole, wait a minute, the whole saying, Ego, he's my father too. Wait a minute, does that mean that you're my sister? And she has tears in her eyes because she's thinking, well, if I tell Peter Quill this because of what happened with Ego, he might resent me for that. And then Peter Quill being like, Mantis, that is honestly the greatest Christmas gift I could ever have. Because for Peter Quill, you would think, oh, his Christmas gift is, well, he wants to go back to Earth, or he wants to meet Kevin Bacon, which he did, but it was not in a way you would think. But for him, the greatest Christmas gift was that he has a member of, basically the last remaining member of his, I guess you could say, his bloodline that's still alive. And if you didn't shed tears during that moment, the fact that these two half siblings, I guess, found each other again, come on, it's beautiful. That's number 5. Number 4, of course, from Infinity War. I'm gonna ask you, where's Gamora? Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora? Top 10 comedic gold in the MCU. If you know, you know. But that whole thing, no other words can explain. That was number 4. Why is Gamora? Hilarious. Number 3, my third all-time favorite moment was in Volume 1, the walk down the hallway with Cherry Bomb playing in Guardians 1 when they came together for the first time. Cool shot. But honestly, also that moment when they made a chain link via Peter Quill holding the Power Stone, and they didn't die, they survived the explosion and all that. And the whole, how was this possible? You said it yourself, dweeb. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. And they beat Ronan the Accuser. Honestly, that's honestly a beautiful moment. That's not only a beautiful moment, it's an awesome moment. But number two, the death of Yondu and the funeral. He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy. Yondu, man. What a sacrifice. And Peter's speech about Yondu, compounded by the fact that that whole thing where Peter talked about Yondu, that was reshot after Chris Pratt lost his father in real life. Honestly, ain't no words to explain. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful funeral. That was a beautiful way to end Volume 2. But number 1, of course, the dance, the opening dance in Volume 1. To me, that kicked off everything we've come to expect about the Guardians. And the weirdness that was, well, that side of the MCU. Come on. Y'all, in fact, in Endgame, when we got to see that scene recreated again via the time heist, if that didn't put a smile on your face, or if you don't have a smile on your face whenever you look up the scene on YouTube or you rewatch it in the movie, I'm sorry, you have no soul. And that's all that needs to be said. So folks, that is my 10 favorite scenes or moments involving the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Man, I can't wait to see Volume 3. It's going to be emotional, but it's going to be a good time. And guys, that's it for me. Let me know down below, what are your 10 favorite scenes involving the Guardians of the Galaxy? Or is there ones that I missed? Let me know down below. So folks, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe for more. Click the notification bell for more stuff. And as always, guys, remember, I've been Al Johnson, and you're not. I am Groot.